So with our handsome Mr. Z, ready, Zeus? We were doing a little bit of playing earlier, so he's a little tired. But what I want to work on a little bit with him is, again, the benefit of doing some pause up or step up behaviors. So he's just warming up with a couple find-its like usual. It's some of their faves. So these are, again, just some rubber bowls that I flipped upside down. Since he's a bit bigger, I did stack them too. So they're a little thicker, a little bit more durable. Because I don't want them to feel like they're going to sink underneath his bigger boy weight, which is fine. So, excuse me, with our handsome guy, remember the benefits of sometimes working with pause up or step up behaviors is you're building up your babe being able to try putting their front end, but then eventually too, sometimes their back end onto new items. So this could be helpful for going into a vehicle, going up into, for example, the scale at the vet's office, maybe going on a small piece of wood that would eventually be like, again, like a bridge over a stream. So working on front end and hind end awareness can be very, very helpful for your babes to feel more comfortable trying these different setups. I just want to make sure I'm not missing a knock at the door. No, okay. So we've had a lot of fun today with all the workers coming in. So now Mr. Z is a little bit more cozy. Oh, find it. I dropped one. So with his pause up or step up, if again, he hasn't rocked this in a little while, ready, sir? I sometimes like to see if I can just go ahead and, oh, that was very nice. I'm gonna feed for the attempts because I want him to make sure that even when he's trying his darndest and he's a little unsure, that at least in the beginning, giving it a bit of a shot, yes, is even still beneficial for him to give it the try. So right here, this could be, again, your step up or pause up. I'm pretty sure you guys were doing pause up, but now I don't remember. So feel free to let me know if your slogan is different than what I'm using. Oh my goodness, chewing. So also the benefit to sometimes working these pause up or step up skills, ready, Zeus? Pause up. Yes, what a good boy, is that this can be also helpful. Like let's say there's a distraction or something really exciting in the environment. You could get your dog to, for example, practice doing feet up onto something. So I know one of my friends does sometimes where she has her puppy ready, pause up. She'll have them target, for example, a log or a stump or a big boulder. Have the dog either do a pause up or even climb up onto the item. Ready, pause up. Yes, good boy. And then now the puppy could be doing this as opposed to looking at the distraction or getting overwhelmed. So pause up can be a great way to ready, build up, pause up, build up some comfort and some confidence, and then give them something to do instead of the original skill. So ready, pause up. Yes, what a good boy. So smart you are, Mr. Z. So remember, when working with the handsome guy, if he hasn't done this in a while and you're going to be using some household items, make sure they don't collapse under his weight. So very nice job. Yes, because if that was a good burp. If, for example, we're doing pause up or step up onto another step stool or a different sort of collapsible but sort of item, we don't want it to by accident slip or collapse under his weight, because if that were to happen, it could potentially frighten him for the next time you do want to build in a step up or pause up behavior. So make sure that whatever you're using for practice, ready, pause up, yes, is something that will hold his weight and won't slip or slide or collapse while he's using it. So again, ready, pause up, yes, nice job. So then we'll move on to the next one, pause up, you almost had it, ready, pause up. Yes, right there. I know he's getting bigger, but there's still plenty of room on there for 2 feet. So nice job. We haven't thrown in like pivoting or anything like that, but there are some great videos on one of those documents that I mentioned earlier. Yes, that does have some great pivoting exercises. So if you were hoping to work more on this hind end and front end awareness, ready, pause up. Yes, good boy. Then you might be able to go ahead and take a peek-see over some of those. Ready, pause up. And then get your babe to practice pivoting his back end while his front end stays on a target like a bowl or a platform. Ready? Pause up. Yes, good job. So I would definitely throw these options out for him where, again, if you're looking to just add some practice or some enrichment or get him to think a little bit deeply, ready? We might get a little sit. The benefit of some of these bowl behaviors is that you're helping him start to hone in on something other than what you didn't want him to check in with. So if, let's say, bombarding his sibling is kind of hard for him and the golden is not a huge fan of his antics right now, then I would recommend maybe while she's out doing her own thing in the yard, he works a few different skills instead, while then showing him that while you're near your sibling, it doesn't have to be a WrestleMania moment, or it doesn't have to be go bombard your lovely, golden retriever sister. So this way, Mr. Z could maybe work a little bit with a settle on his mat. He could work a bit with these paws up or step up skills. He could do the Super Bowls game or a few other pattern games. He was doing really nice with the up-down game and the ping pong game. So we may find for Mr. Handsome, rotating through a few of these different skill sets while his sibling is off doing her own thing can start to help her feel more comfortable around him too. Because sometimes if all she ever gets is her wild brother, she may start to not really love it when he's around, even though he's very sweet. He's a bit much for her at times. So we want to make sure that when they are together, it's not always her feeling like she's going to get bombarded by her wild younger brother. So this is really nice. So right now I'm just feeding him for relaxing in his spot, but he's really doing a splendid job today. He says, oh, so much work. And of course we had all those distractions earlier with the workers. So I think he got a little bit pooped out too from the chaos earlier. But again, nothing bad, just again, novelty on top of working skills and on top of just being at doggy day school, it just gets tiring for the beauty. So he's gonna go in for his nap soon, and he went to go grab a bone so he can go chew and relax. But Mr. Z is doing a splendid job. So he'll work a few more skills in a little bit, but we'll give him a little breather.